buenos dias, wake. Oh. Ah. All right, I'm gonna do this chop real quick. Buenos dias. Good morning. Grand rising. Because good, you can't even say good morning anymore because now it's the evil thing. Good means good and morning means morning. We all know that. Maybe it is a spiritual curse or whatever. But that's not your intention. So wake up. You already know how many cosmic in their house. Yay. Love your soul, natural. Yaku Same. Jesucristo te ama. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Today we are doing Genesis. We are on chapter 5, from Adam to Noah. We read until chapter 4 yesterday. It was pretty interesting. I have never read through Genesis, but never say never. So I'm going to do that, and then after Genesis is Exodus. After Exodus is Leviticus. Is it Leviticus? No, Exodus. Then Leviticus. So on and so forth. So love your soul, let your roll. You already know. Wake up. Omni-Cosmic in the house. Love your soul, not your roll. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are here in Father God's name every day in the name of Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. You bird. So today is, what's today? Today's Thankful Thursday. Hope you like the thumbnail that I put up there. So let me find it. Come on, I thought I saved this. Okay, no. Okay, here it is. Thankful Thursday, you already know. Wake up. I have not changed anything on my notes because it says morning chop up. That's what we used to do. But I changed it in the description of the videos. So, because it was coming up as video game channel, and it used to be, but it's not anymore. Sometimes I like to publish, my personal time, almost all the time when I'm at the beach. You already know. Wake up. All right, here we go. Thankful Thursday. What are you thankful for? I am thankful for being here today, right now. I'm sick a little bit. Got like a chest cold, hard to breathe. I got some medication yesterday. You can tell my nose is stuffy. So I'm going to try to take it as slow as I can because it's no joke. It's like a respiratory infection. Slowing me down, hard to breathe. But been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, burned it in a bonfire. Right, you ready? Thankful Thursday. Today we're focusing our hearts and minds on the power of gratitude. Let's set our day by intentionally acknowledging our blessings and cultivating a spirit of thankfulness that can transform our perspective. Let this moment of reflection and community set a positive tone for the rest of your day. Here's a poem. I think I ruined this one. No. So this is a Thankful Thursday poem. Wake up. Omni-Cosmic in the house. You already know. Be grateful that you don't already have everything you desire. If you did, that wouldn't be there, what would be there to look forward to? Be thankful when you don't know something, for it gives you the opportunity to learn. Be thankful for the difficult times. During those times, you grow. Be thankful for your limitations because they give you opportunities for improvement. Very much so. Be grateful for your mistakes. They will teach you valuable lessons. And they will teach you valuable lessons. It is easy to be thankful for the good things. A life of rich fulfillment comes to those who are also thankful for the setbacks. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. So that's a pretty cool. It's not really a poem. It's like a, I don't know what you call that, but there it is. All right, so let's get to cracking. Love your soul, not your will. You already know. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are here every day. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Love your soul, not your will. I might be going to El Beach this Sunday, maybe, depends, to one of the really nicer beaches to share with you guys, possibly if we can see the sunset. I'm a little sick, like not a little, but I'm feeling like I'm so sick that I feel tired. You know, you ever get that feeling? Like walking pneumonia or something crazy. Well, I'm dealing with it. Went to the doc yesterday. They gave me a prescription for some steroids that you're sick. Well, I hope you get better. Take care of yourself. Drink a lot of liquid, soup. Don't eat, things that'll make you more sick. And that would be like pizza and bread, all those things. But I hope you get better. All right, here you go. So from Adam to Noah, I'm going to U version, right? I'm finding that in U version, and I'm letting him read because I find it better to concentrate on the scripture than, to just be kicking back and forth, nonsensical, just talking about stuff that really doesn't matter because this is not what I'm here for. I'm here to read this, and then we can chop it up afterwards. I think anything that tastes good is not good for you. I mean, unless it's fruits, obviously, right? Fruits are delicious, but anything that was put together in a can and all that stuff is not good. That's just my opinion. So here we go.
Genesis chapter 5. This is the...
And read along if you can. Read along is great. It's perfect because you hear what you're hearing and you can see it at the same time, which is good. That's what I'm about to do. You ready?
An account of Adam's family line. When God created mankind, he made them in the likeness of God. He created them male and female and blessed them, and he named them mankind when they were created. When Adam had lived 130 years, he had a son.
I find that amazing. He lived 130 years. That's a lot of years.
In his own likeness, in his own image, and he named him Seth. After Seth was born, Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Adam lived a total of 930 years.
Damn.
And then he died. When Seth had lived 105 years, he became the father of Enosh. After he became the father of Enosh, Seth lived
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I see it. I'm right here. But we're doing the Bible. We're not talking. After it's done, we can talk. Okay? Okay, thanks.
807 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Seth lived a total of 912 years, and then he died. When Enosh had lived 90 years, he became the father of Kenan. After he became the father of Kenan, Enosh lived 850.
So that's pretty cool. There's Enoch and Enosh, right? The chapter prior to that said that Abel, I don't even know which one. I always get this confused, but hold on, let me see. I can't find it, but anyway.
Years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enosh lived a total of 905 years, and then he died. When Kenan had lived 70 years, he became the father of Mahalalel. After he became the father of Mahalalel, Kenan lived 840 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Kenan lived a total of 910 years, and then he died. When Mahalalel had lived 65 years, he became the father of Jared. After he became the father of Jared, Mahalalel lived 830 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Mahalalel lived a total of 895 years, and then he died. When Jared had lived 162 years, he became the father of Enoch. After he became...
There it is. So when Jared who's the son of Mahalalel, okay, so when Jared had lived 162 years, he became the father of Enoch.
The father of Enoch, Jared lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Jared lived a total of 962 years, and then he died. When Enoch had lived 65 years, he became the father of Methuselah. After he became the father of Methuselah, Enoch walked faithfully with God 300 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enoch lived a total of 365 years. Enoch walked faithfully with God. Then he was no more, because God took him away. When Methuselah had lived 187 years, he became the father of Lamech. After he became the father of Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Methuselah lived a total of 969 years, and then he died. When Lamech had lived 182 years, he had a son. He named him Noah, and said, "He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands, caused by the ground the Lord has cursed." After Noah was born, Lamech lived 595 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Lamech lived a total of 777 years, and then he died. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
The flood.
Genesis chapter 6.
So here, chapter 6 in the book says the flood. And then on this version, it says wickedness in the world. So I guess it's both the same, right?
Human beings began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. So the Lord said, "I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them." But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. This is the account of Noah and his family.
This is labeled as, it just says this is the account of Noah. All right.
Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight, and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on the earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark, and make lower, middle, and upper decks. I'm going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark. You and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and of every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive.
So here's what I was informed about that ark. Someone said this to me. So I just want you to hear me all right, what I'm about to say. I don't know if it makes sense. I don't know if it's something somebody concocted it, or I don't know. But this is what I know that someone else told me. That the Ark of the Covenant was not what we did explain to you. They didn't take physical animals, 2 elephants, physically. They didn't put them all in the same ark. So the ark, this is what someone said to me, was actually a lab, like a science lab, where they took the DNA of each animal, of each plant, whatever, male and female, put it inside of a little capsule, like a petri, whatever they call it, and put it in the ark. So the ark was full of DNA from all the animals, not the actual animals. So when everything went on, they were able to utilize chemically, combine those, and bring out the animals. I believe that's where the accidental animals came out, like, and I don't want to say accidental, but probably it was an experiment that they took some DNA, mixed it up like with a platypus, or other animals that we see that don't look like they belong there, like cats that have serpent eyes. So that's what someone said, that the ark was actually a chemical lab, or a lab where they held the DNA of those animals and not the actual animals. I think it would be extremely difficult to put, even now, especially now, all those animals in a boat. But that's what I heard. That's what someone said. So if you have a different, perspective of how this boat was filled with all these animals, and it was for 40 days and 40 nights in the rain, I'm pretty sure a lot of them died from sickness, from sickness really. The lion didn't eat the elephant or the babies. I don't know, but that's what somebody said, that it was actually a laboratory where they took the DNA of each of these animals, male and female, put them inside a tube and locked them in there until everything was said and done, and then they began to create them again with the science that they knew. That's what someone said.
You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Genesis chapter 7. The Lord then said to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate.
Why would you want to save unclean animals? Wouldn't you want to get rid of them at that point? Because the whole point of the flood was to get rid of everything that was evil. But you got unclean animals that you're saving.
And also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds alive throughout the earth. 7 days from now, I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made. And Noah did all that the Lord.
It doesn't make any sense to me. You put in these animals in a box, right? And then you're destroying everything else that you created. But you want to save them.
Commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters came on the earth.
Wow.
And Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Pairs of clean and unclean animals, of birds and of all the creatures that move along the ground, male and female, came to Noah and entered the ark, as God had commanded Noah. And after the 7 days, the flood waters came on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the 2nd month, on that day, all the springs of the great deep burst.
So on the 17th day of the 2nd month, what's the 2nd month? February? January is the 1st month, so it had to be February? February 17th.
Forth, and the floodgates of the heavens were opened, and rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On that very day, Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, together with his wife and the wives of his 3 sons, entered the ark. They had with them every wild animal according to its kind, all livestock according to their kinds, every creature that moves along the ground according to its kind, and every bird according to its kind, everything with wings. Pairs of all creatures that have the breath of life in them came to Noah and entered the ark. The animals going in were male and female of every living thing, as God had commanded Noah. Then the Lord shut him in. For 40 days the flood kept coming on the earth. And as the waters increased, they lifted the ark high above the earth. The waters rose and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. They rose greatly on the earth, and all the high mountains under the entire heavens were covered. The waters rose and covered the mountains to a depth of more than 15 cubits. Every living thing that moved on land perished. Birds, livestock, wild animals, all the creatures that swarm over the earth, and all mankind.
Again, he saved certain animals and other animals he killed. I don't understand that, but I suppose there's a reason.
Everything on dry land that had the breath of life in its nostrils died. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out. People and animals and the creatures that move along the ground and the birds were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. Genesis chapter 8. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark. And he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. Now the springs of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens had been closed, and the rain had stopped falling from the sky. The water receded steadily from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down. And on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. After 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven, and it kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove could find nowhere to perch because there was water over all the surface of the earth. So it returned to Noah in the ark. He reached out his hand and took the dove and brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. Then Noah knew that the water had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return to him. By the first day of the 1st month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry.
I don't know.
Then God said to Noah,
But what I'm starting to feel like is that all these numbers, dates, and months should be calculated in some way to figure something out. Because it just seems, some of it seems outlandish, and I know that they say, God can do everything. I do believe that. Those are facts. But there's got to be meaning behind this type of, doing things in a way where we look at it. We're not smart enough then, because these things are, they're astronomical in the sense of trying to complete them or even get them started, which, I know and believe in God. He does everything. Facts. But there's got to be some kind of calculation that either it was done, maybe we could look it up, and they came up with certain numbers like that July 17th, 777, on this day, that day. I think that those numbers are significant in terms of figuring something out. Yeah, I know the calendar's everything is made to deceive us, everything.
Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground.
So he just destroyed everything, right? And then he reintroduced the same things back in. What change was that? I don't know. I'm just saying, you're getting rid of stuff, and then you're reintroducing the same stuff that you just got rid of. Because where did they come from? Those animals that he saved, from the same place he just destroyed.
So they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number on it. So Noah came out, together with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives. All the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground and all the birds, everything that moves on land, came out of the ark, one kind after another. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood. And never again will I destroy all living creatures."
Wow, he says, so he says, never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil. From childhood, is evil from childhood. This is what he's saying. And never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done.
As I have done. As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night, will never cease. Genesis chapter 9.
God's covenant with Noah.
Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall on all the beasts of the earth and on all the birds in the sky, on every creature that moves along the ground and on all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything. But you must not eat meat that has its lifeblood still in it. And for your lifeblood I will surely demand an accounting. I will demand an accounting from every animal, and from each human being too I will demand an accounting for the life of another human being. Whoever sheds human blood by humans, shall their blood be shed. For in the image of God has God made mankind. As for you, be fruitful and increase in number. Multiply on the earth and increase upon it." Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, "I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that was with you, the birds, the livestock, and all the wild animals, all those that came out of the ark with you, every living creature on earth. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth." And God said, "This is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth and the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all living creatures of every kind."
So that's the biblical meaning. Meat, eating meat. That's the biblical meaning of the rainbow. It's a promise that he will never do what he did before.
Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth. So God said to Noah, "This is the sign of the covenant I have established between me and all life on the earth."
The sons of Noah.
The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These were the three sons of Noah, and from them came the people who were scattered over the whole earth. Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of its wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered in his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it across their shoulders. Then they walked in backward and covered their father's naked body. Their faces were turned the other way so that they would not see their father naked. When Noah awoke from his wine and found out what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan. The lowest of slaves will he be to his brothers." He also said, "Praise be to the Lord, the God of Shem. May Canaan be the slave of Shem. May God extend Japheth's territory. May Japheth live in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be the slave of Japheth." After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. Noah lived a total of 950 years, and then he died.
All right, that was great listening. I'm out of here like last year. This is we're gonna be on Genesis 10. Love the way that guy reads, and he has that voice inflection when he's talking or conversing or reading, just a straight line. I can't wait to see him read when we get to Proverbs and Psalms. See how he reads it. So that was pretty neat. Love your soul, not your role. You already know. Wake up, wake up. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for coming in. And Godspeed.